Hey everyone. So today I was looking on eBay at some used games and I got to thinking that over the last few years, used video game prices have increased a lot, especially after the pandemic. And then it got me thinking about the good old days back when, I started buying stuff on eBay like 20 years ago. And back then I could get complete in box Sega Genesis games and Nintendo 64 games for like $30. And shipping back then wasn't as much as it is now. But that's where I got my complete in box Nintendo or my Mario 64 game complete in box in nice shape, and I still have it to this day. I mean, I've sold some games on eBay and I made some money and I bought some games, but I was just, on here and I was thinking back because I've been collecting games most of my life. And my very first system I ever got was the original Nintendo with the Mario and Duck Hunt cartridge. Then I got a Sega Genesis and a Game Boy, a Super Nintendo, and PlayStation 1. But back when I got a PlayStation 1, I still liked to play the old stuff. So I'd play Nintendo games every once in a while. I'd still play the new stuff quite a bit. For most of the time, it was new stuff. But every once in a while, I'd want to go back and play some old stuff, especially games I hadn't played or hadn't finished. But I used to go to yard sales when I was a kid and I was looking for used NES games because nobody really wanted them back then. Some people did, but not everybody. And you could get them really cheap for like a few bucks. And you could even get some nice ones because one of the games I always wanted a lot as a kid was Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. But the stores didn't sell it, like Walmart didn't have it anymore. And you couldn't go into like Toys R Us didn't have it. So like there was no way to purchase it. I mean, they did have like ads in magazines back then and you could order in for games. But like I finally found it at a yard sale for a couple of dollars, and I was super excited. And that was what was fun about it was the thrill of the hunt, and that continued up to like 2010, maybe 2012. I used to like going to game stores, pawn shops, thrift shops, and I go hunt all these games. I like get them really cheap because even up till then, nobody really wanted the old stuff until maybe I think it was maybe YouTube that kind of got people interested in it in this retro stuff again. But like, but now like when I look at games, it's just crazy to me. It's insane how much the prices have gone up, and I know a lot of over time things go up in value because they get harder to find. But like, I was looking at this Metal Gear Solid game for the original PlayStation, and you can see it's not in that great a shape. It's got a crack in the case. It's got some stains on it. Looks like it is complete in box. It's got both discs, the manual, but they want over $40 for this. This is about how much you would have paid brand new back when like 1998 when this game came out. Of course, this is the greatest hits collection. So this one was only a $20 game. And it sold very well because it sold enough to get a greatest hits collection, then probably sold more because it was greatest hits and cheaper. That it's not really a rare game, but to buy it now, it's like almost the price that you would have paid for it brand new back in the day. And somebody's watching it, so they are interested in buying this game. The seller just has it listed as complete in box, case has cracks, front cover art has faded stains, which they're honest about it. So I got to thinking of like what other sellers have this game priced. So the first one that pops up when I search for it is $35. So it's over $40 after shipping. Greatest hits. Original one you can get $45, but that's an auction it looks like. No, it's a buy it now. I mean, from the pictures, it looks a little better than the greatest hits, so I would probably buy this one over that. But yeah, I was just looking at eBay and noticing prices and stuff because even for like broken Nintendo 64 systems I was looking for. It's like hard to get one for under $30. And most of the people selling them want like $12, $15 for shipping. Then I came across this. It was PS4 game of Fortnite. It's still sealed and it's WATA graded. I know a lot of people don't like WATA. Some people like WATA. I personally don't want to pay $5,000 for a sealed game, so I'm not going to. But I mean, you can do what you want with your money. But I'm just thinking of all the stuff I could buy for $5,000. But somebody's watching it, so there is someone interested in it. But I don't think this is like a rare game, and especially it's on PS4 and it was popular. And I mean, I found this here. It's a good deal. You get a lot of games. Some come in the box, which Doom 64 is one of them that I'm looking for. And you get the system, original controller. It comes with an expansion pack. I mean, there's some scrapes and scuffs on them, but that's to be expected for these old systems. But that's just some of my thoughts on eBay. I know like prices have gone up. Like these expansion packs, you can bid on this. I was watching one; it went up to about $50. So like even these are expensive now. And then I was watching a broken one that was $25. It was just listed as broken, so it as is. And somebody ended up buying it before I could buy it because I was going to buy it and try to do a video and see what was wrong with it. I thought that would be interesting, but somebody beat me to it. But then I thought about other game stores like GameStop. And usually GameStop's prices are just competitive with Walmart, Target, other big retailers. And they only sell mostly new stuff like for the new consoles like PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and all that, Xbox Series S and X. They sell digital codes. They sell Nintendo Switch. They sell like headsets and accessories. So I'm not really going to spend a lot of time looking at GameStop, but there is another website called thisisgameroom.com, and they're kind of like this website, DK Oldies, but they sell used stuff. You can buy consoles from them, movies, Blu-rays, DVDs. So I'm going to look at like some of the games. I just want the original PlayStation because it's more retro. So to me, this site's kind of like DK Oldies. You can buy some games cheap. Say if I want to buy this Tony Hawk game. Okay, this is the Disc Plus. Disc Plus includes a disc case and cover art. May not include instruction manual, DLC, or other inserts, but with PlayStation games, if it has the cover art, then most likely it's going to be the manual unless somebody tore the cover off and threw the rest of the manual away, which I've seen before. You can get the disc only for $5. $10 isn't bad for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 Complete. Final Fantasy IX, that's a fun game. It was one of my favorites back in the days. Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, I played a lot of them. For a complete copy at $17, which may not actually, because Final Fantasy IX comes in like the thicker case, so the manual's inside, and then the cover art separate, so may not include that manual. You have to kind of think about that too when you buy it. But that's $17. If I went to DK Oldies, how much they would sell it for? Whoops, I messed up. I put Final Fantasy 11. $16.99. But that is probably game only. I want the game case cover art black label. Actually, I want the manual. So that's $23.99. You're guaranteed the manual. You're guaranteed a cover art, the case, the game, which is this one's 4 discs. You're guaranteed it not to be a greatest hits. So I do like this right here. This is nice that you have all these options. Back to this site, you don't know if it's going to be greatest hits or not. It could be greatest hits. It might not be greatest hits. It might not have the manual with it. So I do like this here. I know that DKODs is good about sending out, like if the disc gets scratched, they'll resurface it. And I'm sure this website does the same thing too. They do have, oh yeah, this here is a game store. This is where I go. There's one locally, not too far away from where I live. There's a Disc Replay. I've never been to a Mega Replay, and there's a Disc Traders. I think they're all owned by the same people. And they're scattered out over the United States. There's some in Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Iowa, Kentucky, Ohio. But I go here, you can't buy anything online from them. They don't show you the prices. But you go into their actual store and look around. The prices are reasonably priced. Sometimes you can get them cheaper than eBay prices. Well, a lot of times you can. Or sometimes they have some rare games I found that are kind of high. But overall, they're priced pretty good. You get to see what you're buying before you get to buy it. But I want to go back to eBay. I want to look for that Final Fantasy game real quick. And then, of course, eBay, the prices are all over the place. But the nice thing about eBay is you get to actually see the game you want. Like, you see pictures of the game, and you can always request more pictures from the seller. Most people will take some more pictures and send to you if you want to see that. But right now, these are greatest hits. This one may or may not go up. You could wait out an auction. You might find a good one. This one's $25. This one's $35. This one's $17. So one good thing I got to say about good DK Oldies here is that I do like this. You can pick out what you want to buy from them. I don't like that. If you go back to this page, they show you the cheapest amount, but then here it's like a little more depending on what you pick. This here, I don't like that you don't know if you're getting a manual or a greatest hits. They do have other games here. They have Xbox games. I like collecting Xbox 360 titles. And you can find some really good deals on Xbox 360 games on this website. Like Splinter Cell Conviction. It's $3.90 with the case, but of course you don't know if you're getting the manual. But a lot of 360 games, like the manuals are just like 1 or 2 sheets of paper anymore, like on those. And then there's you can buy like Atari games too. I looked at Atari games on this website, and they're not really bad priced either. But I want to take a look at their console, like a Nintendo 64 console. Actually, there's one on their main website right here, the 2-player pack. You have to substitute, if you want the original controllers, it's $60 more. So they're charging you $30 per controller, which brings the price up to $230. If you go to eBay, look for a Nintendo 64 console. You have to sift through a lot of stuff to try to find what you're looking for. You can come over here and you can specify sometimes what you want. Like I want a console, video game consoles. and it still shows me Super Nintendo. That's fine. I mean, you can spend hours, which I have, clicking on each one, trying to find one that's in good shape, that comes with the stuff you want. Like this one has 4 games, which are pretty good. Has the jumper pack. System's kind of dirty, which is expected. It comes with, looks like 2 fake controllers, like third party, not original. But it's bid, so you don't know what the price is going to be. Right now, it's like $41 plus $25 shipping, which is looks like $66. Here's one. Comes with a big stack of games. The system, 2 original controllers, the hookups. Still got 2 days left. What are the games? Those are pretty good games. Probably like Star Wars, both for the Star Wars games, the basketball game and Pokemon Snap are kind of like cheaper games. They don't usually go for a whole lot. GoldenEye's about like $30, $40 game. Mario 64 is about maybe a $30 game. I've seen Banjo Kazooie maybe $20 to $30. But going back to DK Oldies a minute, you can buy games from them too. Like GoldenEye, if you click on it, for a good condition cartridge, it's $50. So at least you can pick out if you want a good condition or a flawed condition, but you don't exactly know. Like each person, like that's another thing with video game collecting. Each person is like satisfied with different levels of conditions that I like to call it. Like some people are really picky and they don't want any dirt, scratches on their games. And some people don't care as long as it plays. But for like me, I don't want the label to be ripped or missing. And I don't want them to be like scratched up really bad, like just scraped up. So I'd probably get the good condition. But each person's going to judge what that condition is. It's like a person by person basis, depending on like what they think is good condition. Maybe they have a checklist or something they have to go through to kind of grade it to see, what the condition is. But like when you go to eBay, like I said, like you have to sift through a lot of auctions to try to find one you want. So you don't, like if you want GoldenEye, well, I'm still on consoles. I need to click games. So here's a lot of games you can get. I can just click this one right now. If I don't care about the condition, it looks fine. Hit buy it now. I'm paying free shipping, $25 versus this one at $50 in good condition. You get free shipping. I could click this one. This one I bet is a fake because it says it comes from Hong Kong and they don't have very good feedback. That's another thing too. You could look at, there's like thousands of sellers on eBay. Each one's different. Some's honest, some's a little less honest, or they just overlook things. Not saying that, they're doing things on purpose when it comes to conditions or not. But that's the problem with eBay is you can spend lots of time researching sellers, trying to find the perfect item that you want for you. I know this because I looked a lot on eBay. I probably actually spent too much time on eBay, but it's a great way to find stuff that you want to find. You get to see what it is. There's nothing wrong with any of these places that sell games. And I do like this website. I haven't ordered anything yet. I'm planning on doing it sometime. Just curious, like how much would GoldenEye be? $31, cartridge only. You don't know what the condition is though. I mean, I'm figuring this is probably just a stock photo. complete in box. They do have one for $96, but it's sold out. They got a cartridge only in stock. I'd say like overall, like the final thoughts on this is, kind of shop where you want to shop or where you trust, or if you bought stuff from somebody before. If you had a good experience, like I said, eBay is just like all over the place with, each listing is a different seller. So you're going to have to kind of research if you want to buy from that seller. Really look at the pictures. If you're unsure, request new pictures from the seller. They might be able to send you some better ones if you don't like what's on here. Some people are kind of lazy with the pictures, like this one. I've seen this a lot lately. They'll just slap a picture on there and they don't take the time to actually correct it. They just got the pictures on there sideways. Yeah, then like I said, GameStop is new stuff, which is fine. They don't have retro stuff. So it's a good way to buy like PlayStation 5 games, PlayStation 4. This website's a good retro site, but you don't really know what you're buying until you get it in the mail. DKODs is pricey, but you get free shipping on all orders over $10. You can pick your condition, and or you can go into like a actual like brick and mortar store. You could go to pawn shops. You could go to thrift shops. You could go to like Disc Replay here if you have something like this in the area that you live. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video today, just talk about, buying and collecting games from different places. I've been collecting games most of my whole life, and I've had fun doing it. I kind of got out of it for a while because it was costing money, and I was starting to sell stuff because over time you accumulate a lot of stuff and you don't really play all of these games. So you just kind of have to kind of pick and choose what you want. But it's been fun collecting, but I'll just end the video here for now, and be back another day with another video, and take care. Thanks for watching.